where your first chord is that G inverted. So it's a G in second inversion that goes to D in root position, and then E minor in second inversion, and then C in root position. And that repeats, right? And then from then on, check it out, on measure 5, then start using the suggested inversions here in this box for the left hand, so that G in second inversion would be G with the D on the bottom. If you want to mark it with a slash, you can. Then goes to D in root position, E minor in root. Now that next chord, that G, let's just take that G out of there. Let's just take it out. No G. So that the next chord goes to a C in first inversion, actually, instead of the root position. So let me mark that here. So we have the G slash D, D in root position, E minor in root position, and C in first inversion. Like so. G slash D, D, E minor, C slash E. Let's play that with the left hand. I'm gonna add the right hand. You can if you want, but you don't have to. Notice that there's an F sharp in the key signature. So on measures, at the end of measure 7, there will be an F sharp there, right? So measure 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, and then measure 9, we go back to G, and now here it changes. So for that A, you could go to A in first inversion or A in second inversion. If you go second inversion, it would just land here. So it would be A slash E. Then measure 13, C in first inversion. Man, the suggested inversion box, it's getting overruled a lot. Maybe just X that out. All right, measure 13, C in first inversion, so over E. And then you can go to G in second inversion. And then we have a C. It's up to you. If you want to go back to C in first inversion, you can. Or you can go down to C in root position. It's up to you. But that will determine how you're going to play the next little bit. Let's cut out that G over here as well, so that we go from C straight to A minor. And let's cut out that C over here. So on measure 13, C over E. Measure 14, G over D. Measure 15, this C. Why don't you do root? Let's just do root position for this one, actually, because then you will make it easy to go from C in root to A over C, and then D in root, G over D, D in root, G over D, and C in root. And here you guys can choose whatever you want to do there. So let's go from measure, just playing chords, from measure 13, C over E, 1, 2, measure 13, and 17, D, 2, 3, 4, and this G may be first inversion. So if you want to do it the way that I just played, I put a first inversion on this, so G over B, C in root position, D in root position. Now here, the line 21, why don't we do G over D, D in root, E minor in root, G over D, C in root, this chord here we can take it out if you want. If you want to play it, I would play it probably in first inversion, and this would be C, A minor over C. So let's go from measure 21. So measure 21, G over D, and then D in root, E minor in root, G over D, C in root, and D in root, and let that line repeat. So let's repeat it in case you missed anything. So G over D, D in root position, E minor in root, G over D, then C in root position. If you wanted the G, would be G in first inversion, A over C, and D in root. And that's it, because now that last line is the same as the intro, you know. That kind of thing. So I'll post a video of this if you